welcome back to Bets and Regrets. Week 4 is upon us after an electrifying Week 3. I am your pseudo-host, Brogan.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Nick. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, alright, so we're here to make your money and take shots for bets that we regret. Looking back at Week 3, once again, I was the leader in the clubhouse. For our locks, I went 4-2, so I only have 2 shots. I am 12-5-1 overall, so that's starting to heat up a little bit, I guess. Starting to have a little bit of a gap there. And tonight, I am going to be shooting some American Bull and Bear, the small batch Kentucky bourbon whiskey, and I don't think it's as good as it looks. So,
Brogan, are you having to buy whiskey just for this?
no, I got this as a Christmas present like 5 years ago, and I just dug it out, wiped the dust off, and we're going to try it out.
Probably.
So, all right, yeah, Sean, you want to recap your week?
Yeah. Yep. I went 3-3, just having an incredibly mid start to the season with my locks and ATS. Not losing money. Yeah, maybe a couple cents here and there, but definitely not making money. Long season though, so I'm not too worried about it. I had a Green Bay at -8.5. That was a just absolute heartbreaker. Not only did the Packers get beat, but they didn't cover. Hate that. I was saved by the Eagles running back a blocked field goal when they did not need to, but I covered, so I'm not going to complain. And I mean, Indiana Jones, come on, -3. That was the easiest money you'll make of the week. And then unfortunately, we don't need to highlight too much on this Dallas game. I had them +1.5, moving right along. We have San Fran took a safety, and the Cardinals were essentially just playing to not let up a touchdown up to while the Niners were driving. So the Niners won by a point, but didn't cover for me. And to start the whole week off, we had James Cook over rushing yards, and that hit way too early. So 3-3, but we'll be back. I
Uh,
got 3 shots I got to take. Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine. So gonna be just riding with this, probably hopefully until about week 7 or 8. We'll see.
I hope mine lasts me the whole season. But from the way my locks are going, it's not going to last that much longer. I had Dallas money line twice. We doubled down on it for the parlay of the week. I'm sorry for fucking up the parlay of the week this week. It's been somebody different every week. I'm just looking at this. Sean fucked up week 1. Oh no, week 2. Sean and I both fucked up. I was looking at the mini parlay of the
There's
week.
one of us that have never fucked up the parlay of the week.
This is true.
That
Time's
is
coming,
odd.
buddy.
This is true.
Anyways,
So I had Dallas money line twice, double fucked me, just like how all Cowboys fans like to be, DP'd. Fucking Matthew Golden over on receiving yards, banger. It was bound to happen. He should have got a fucking touchdown off that, but I get like why he didn't. You know, it's hard to carry your momentum like that, but like, come on, it didn't even seem like he tried. You know, he
Well, when he
seemed
caught the ball,
like
he was like the same depth as the safety was. He could have been off to the races if his momentum didn't carry him out.
well, it didn't even look like he tried fighting his momentum. It just seemed like he was like, Jesus, take the wheel, and went out of bounds. You know what I mean? And then I had the Chargers money line, banger. Atlanta -5.5. Michael Penis is just terrible. I don't know what the fuck happened to him that game. It was like the ghost of fucking Tom Brady just came inside that dude and just played like dog shit that game. It was wild. Then Green Bay first to score and money line. Yeah, I don't even want. I don't even want to. I don't even want to. So I have to take 4 shots. I went 2-4. I have to take 4 shots. I'm still just sipping on Brogan's fucking Captain Morgan because I don't drink that much either. So I don't feel like buying new whiskey until we get a brand sponsorship with some whiskey brand out there that wants to send us stuff every week. Bespoke
We stand
post.
for nothing. We'll take it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're shills. All right, just if you throw money our way, we'll dance. Okay, we'll dance. We'll do whatever you need us to do.
yeah, and now we have an official Bets and Regrets email that companies and or listeners can send their feedback and contract proposals to. Nick, do you want to share that email?
Yeah, so the email that if you want to contact us is betsregrets@gmail.com. It's the same thing as our handle, just no and. And we got a nice new logo. Peep that shit. Thanks, Sean. Banger logo, buddy. And for
AI.
my mom who's listening, we're proposing some sweatshirts to bang that shit on. So, Mom, if you want to buy a sweatshirt, I can hook you up. But here's my 4 shots. Enough rambling. Brogan, here you go. You can take the mic now, Buster.
Yeah, I'll take it over.
I gotta do
This
some.
American Bull Affair. No, I'm not. We're not a whiskey review podcast, but not too impressed. Have a full bottle to finish, and might just pull this out for the weeks that I'm very depressed because it was not too great. So yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have maybe the greatest week with our locks, but overall we came out I guess dead even with me going 4-2, Nick 2-4, and Sean 3-3. So as a group here, we came out even at 9-9 with our locks. Regrets from the weekend, Sean. I know you kind of already talked about your picks already, but do you have any other add-ons for the regrets from week 3?
Yeah, I mean, I can highlight a bunch for my spreads because again, I didn't do great there. I mean, like an absolute fool. Thought Dallas could actually do something against the Bears team. That wasn't ideal. I regret putting actual currency on the Cincinnati Bengals. That was a mistake. So didn't love that. And the Raiders, I knew, short week. Do I regret betting them? Yeah. Do I feel bad that they got absolutely annihilated? Also, yeah. That's a bummer. Sad to see. But we bounce back. New week.
Brogan, if you want to list your bets, I'm still trying to muster down this whiskey and not die.
Yeah, I mean, I can hop in with the 2 locks I lost. The first was Dallas money line, which, as has been stated already, I did not expect the Bears to have that performance against the Cowboys. I didn't expect a whole lot from the Cowboys since they were in the barn burner with New York the week before, but I also didn't. I thought it would be another mid-off between the Cowboys and the Bears, like it was between the Cowboys and the Giants, but clearly that was not right. And my other lock was Las Vegas Raiders and Washington Commanders under 44.5. And I picked this before we knew that Jaden Daniels was going to be out, and I was very confident prior learning to that news that this under would be safe. I usually don't bet totals unless if I feel really good about them. And turns out the Raiders and Commanders combined for 65 points. So 3 touchdowns over the total. So that's good. The Duck was flying around like he was back in Oregon again. I think they returned a punt for a touchdown. Commies did. So anyways, they were doing scoring all over the place in that game.
Yeah, that'd probably be my other last regret. I did mention last week on the episode that I was going to zag and take the under for the Lions-Ravens game just because I felt that maybe the Ravens or Lions would be able to get something going in the running game, and one of the teams showed up to run the ball. Just they got a lot of chunk plays very fast, and I believe the total was 53.5, and the total for the game was 68. So unfortunately, there was a couple scores each quarter, and that'll doom you. That sucks.
Yeah, and one last regret I had too was for some reason I was compelled to take the Saints against the Seahawks. I know, I guess hindsight's 2020, but that might be the stupidest take I've had since the inception of this podcast. So that one hurts personally.
We're making a tough note.
Deep down.
It's a very short-lived podcast. There's room to grow in that aspect, bro. You're gonna have much worse takes as the weeks go on. I promise you.
Yeah.
So this week,
brother.
This week, your boy went 12-4. I have to gloat a little bit. So I went 12-4 this week. The only ones I got wrong was Green Bay, which who could have fucking seen that one coming? Atlanta, who could have also seen that one coming? Fuck you, Brogan. All right, fuck you on both of those. First off, all right. We all got Tampa Bay wrong because they can't kick, if I recall correctly. And
Yeah, but that wouldn't have covered anyway.
no, but it's just still frustrating to see, you know. And then the boys, which holy fuck, you know, who lets crying Caleb do anything? I guess the boys secondary. So we went over our totals for the weekly locks for the season. My total, because I have to gloat some more because I'm doing so poorly in the weekly locks, I need to overcompensate in something else, and apparently that's my spreads. So this week or this season, I'm 30-18 on spreads, baby. All right, 30-18. We're 12 in the positive. Okay, if you were betting $10 in every game, we'd be up $120. All right. So if you guys are going to listen to spreads, tune these guys out, mute them, come back, listen to me, and I'll make you some goddamn fucking money. All right. That's it. Drop mic.
All right.
You guys aren't even gonna argue with it. You're like, yeah.
We got nothing. We got nothing. Brogan and I are fighting for this last place punishment that I'm just now dreading.
We are. But, you know, one thing, since you're on your high horse right now, I want to knock you down. Last week, you were running circles, you know, basically throwing a party for yourself that you had a Jordan Love MVP ticket that
how's that
was
one?
so much value. How you feeling about that this week?
I don't think he's out of the race. I never thought that it was like a really great ticket to take, which is why I only put $50 on it. He's now fourth in MVP. He's tied with Jalen Hurts, so it's Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, then Love and Hurts. So it's still not out of the realm of possibility for Jordan Love to get MVP, but this is exactly where I think I thought he was going to be sitting at, is like the 4th/6th. And if he went on a fucking heater like towards the end of the season or whatever, I thought that could have like gave him enough nudge and like enough voter fatigue between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen that they'd be like, all right, you know what, like we'll give Love one. You know what I mean? So that's more of a long shot. Like I'm gonna, you know.
I don't know. Last week you weren't talking like it was a long shot.
Okay.
Week it was a certainty.
Hey, this is called
Last week
backtracking.
you made it sound like you had paper in hand.
This is called backtracking, boys. All right. Refer to the week 1 pod where I suggested that nobody else bet it unless if you like money. So I'll rest my case on that one.
Yeah, some big injuries this week too. Some affecting the betting world, but obviously a lot affecting fantasy. James Conner with the ankle injury. CeeDee Lamb, high ankle sprain as well. Who else am I forgetting here? Oh yeah, Najee Harris, just Achilles snapping off the bone. Feel bad for Najee.
Are you just listing off all the people that got injured on your fantasy football team right now, Brogan? Is that what I'm hearing?
I only had CeeDee Lamb. So,
Bosa's out for the year.
Fantasy, actually. Who beat you?
Dude, if I would have started the right people, I would have beat your ass. But that is...
It's almost like that's the whole point of fantasy.
I know. I had the tools there. I just didn't utilize them correctly.
CeeDee Lamb, who dropped 0 for me, and I still beat you.
No.
Anyways, this is not a fantasy podcast. Let's keep moving. Sean, is there anything else from week 3 that you want to highlight, either team-wise, injury-wise, or should we move on to the week 4 spreads?
I was half listening to that and looking some shit up. So you were saying, so like, yeah, Bosa's out for the Niners for the year. That's going to hurt them in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy for the Giants.
Yeah,
making way for my boy Cam Scattaboo. At least the next couple weeks. Let's go. Otherwise, I'm sure there's other Mike Evans being out a couple weeks with a high ankle sprain, but no other serious ones to note, I believe.
Well, why don't we move on then to our week 4 picks? Well, picks for the spreads. So if you're new here, we will pick every game spread-wise the year. Whoever has the worst against the spread record between the 3 of us will have to serve a punishment. So utilize our email that we shared earlier in the pod.
Or the comments.
Or Nick.
I would suggest the comments, because then you guys can feed off of each other's ideas, and see what we have to
Right.
do.
But please give us ideas for punishment for whoever's the worst against the spread record at the end of the year. Nick already shared that he's our champion so far, 12-4 last week, which is pretty incredible. 30-18 overall. I went 9-7 last week. I'm 25-23 overall, and Sean went 7-9 last week, and he's 23-25 overall. So Sean and I are both right around that 500 mark, and Nick's clearly ahead.
The worst part about it is I just kind of go with what's in my balls at the moment. Like, I kind of look at the game and I kind of like look at both teams. I'm like, yeah, that can definitely happen, you know. And so this week, when I looked at the Seahawks Cardinals games, I don't know where you guys are like at with that, but I'm feeling
Feeding
Seahawks,
time for your cats.
dude. It is, and I'm trying to talk over it. I'm trying to talk over it.
This is great. Bullshit.
Hey, man. Grammy's got to eat too, bro. Bud, like, she needs some gains. All right. So, Seahawks Cardinals. Fuck you. I'm going Seahawks this week. I'm so sorry, Sam Darnold, for doubting you. You're actually a pretty relevant NFL QB. And I would also like to apologize to Daniel Jones in that same breath because I wrote them both off. I'm like, they're both kind of fucking meh. You know, like, maybe they could be backups like Mac Jones, and be like a journeyman type. But they're kind of proving me wrong, and I'd like to apologize to those guys because I know they're avid listeners of this podcast. I'm sorry. I'm a Sam Darnold truther, I guess. I wouldn't say believer because I feel like that would put him on a tier above. But I'm a truther of Sam Darnold, where I'm like, he is a very passable NFL QB, and he can get things done for you if you have like a championship caliber team, like the Vikings did last year. So I'm going to have to go with Sam Darnold over Kyler Murray, and I think it's pretty simple like that, where Sam Darnold is he's just all around a better QB than Kyler Murray. I hate to say it. We're not even in Call of Duty season, and we keep making that joke week after week, but it needs to be fucking made because he kind of turns into a bum. Kyler Murray's a very average QB. Without his legs, bro would be fighting for a roster spot, genuinely. So we're going to go take the Seahawks spread -1.5, and I'll hand it over to Brogan since he's in second place.
Yeah, thank you for the novel there, Nick. That was great. I didn't know you were so passionate about the sea chickens. One thing interesting for the Cardinals is they started off, they're 2-1 currently heading into week 4 here. Their 2 wins are against the Saints and the Panthers. I think I brought that up last week. But they played the Niners pretty tough. Obviously, backup quarterback with Mac Jones, and Bosa got injured in that game. I think recency bias here really puts me high in the Sea Chickens as well. But this is a short week. I like Arizona at home, I think. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot. I was trying to find something there as I was talking of why I love Arizona at home. But yeah, I'm going to go Arizona.
Bro, I just wrote you the whole Hobbit series, and you still couldn't think of anything for Arizona? Come on, buddy.
Well, no, because I was trying to listen to your fucking novel and trying to understand if it made sense.
It was not coherent.
Hobbit Hills.
It was not coherent,
and
and everybody who listened got dumber for it.
Right. Can you bring this back together, Sean?
I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can piece a little bit of it here. I don't avidly hate Kyler like Nick. I think he's a serviceable quarterback. But as far as the Cardinals go, I'm convinced that this is not a good Cardinals team. They're masquerading as a playoff team at the moment, but they beat bad teams and they lose to good teams, which is exactly what the Seattle team is, a good team. I go Seattle here minus the 1.5. I was watching that Niners. Oh, what the hell was it? For some reason I was watching the Seahawks Saints game for way longer than I probably should have. And yeah, I know. I'm a sick freak. But they were saying something about how Mike McDonald has never had a bottom half of the league defense in his tenure with the Seahawks. So I think that defense is going to be up. I think Kyler can run around and do some stuff. I don't necessarily trust the run game of the Cardinals right now. And dating back their last 9 matchups, the Seahawks are a perfect 9-0 against this Cardinals team. So give me the
Oh,
Seahawks minus 1.5.
did not know that. That's a disgusting stat.
Yeah, that's a good stat pull.
Try.
All right,
See if it
moving
works.
on to the first game Sunday morning. We have early football because the Vikings and Steelers are heading to Ireland, I believe, for I think it's a 9:30 kickoff. I don't know if that's Eastern or Central. I
9:30 or
heard
8:30. I think
9:30.
it's Eastern.
That's Eastern.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait.
So
Yeah.
early football on Sunday, which is always awesome. One thing that sucks is the Steelers getting robbed of a home game here because they are technically the home team, but get Renegade played in the fourth quarter or anything. Vikings heading to Ireland. They are 2.5-point favorites against the Steelers. Nick, how do you feel about this game
You know,
across the pond?
is JJ back for this game?
I do not believe so. I thought I heard that they were planning to keep him out of their whole European tour because they're going to Germany next week.
Oh, okay.
So I thought I heard JJ was out until the end of the European tour.
Okay. I was talking up Carson Wentz last week, and I think I was proven right with how they played and how the offense was clicking. I'm going to zag. I think the Steelers are just a much better coached team. They're just like the Steelers are just a much better coached team than the Bengals. All right, I'm sorry for any Bengals fans that are listening. Their defense is just more cohesive, and I know the defense for the Steelers is fumbling a little bit, but I think the Steelers are just a all around more or a better coached team, and they're gonna really put the clamps on Carson Wentz, and they're just gonna make Carson Wentz's hell or like life hell. And Aaron Rodgers is gonna go out there and beat the Vikings like he always has been, baby. Fuck the Vikings, fuck the Bears, fuck the Lions. And I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to go out there, and the money line for this game at plus 130 right now on September 23rd, 2025, plus 130 is kind of looking a little bit nice for the Steelers, so I would consider that. But starting off basically one field goal ahead on the Vikings is a pretty good spot, so I'm going to take the Steelers.
Yeah, so this one's tough for me as well. I've watched all 3 of the Steelers games so far this season. Starting off with that win at Carolina, that wasn't the prettiest thing, but they got it done. Or sorry, that was the preseason. Starting off against the Jets, they got the
Deep.
win, but Justin Fields did everything he could against their defense. Lost to the Seahawks at home, and then they beat the Patriots on the road last week. Nothing there screams getting it done to me. The Vikings obviously just blew out the Bengals at home, but can you take anything from that with it being a Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz game? I think you can. That Carson Wentz is fucking back, and he's going to shove it up Mike Tomlin, Aaron Rodgers, everybody on the Steelers' ass. Give me the Vikings.
Chat, can we get a sound clip of that for next week when the Steelers beat the fuck out of the Vikings and Carson Wentz had 6 interceptions? Please and thank you.
Please tell me I'm not an idiot here.
So yeah, Carson Wentz played out of his mind last week, but do we really believe in Carson Wentz 2 weeks in a row?
He was almost MVP in
don't know,
2017, man.
Maybe not. That's true if he didn't have that injury. But neither team has home field advantage here. That's just going to be a field or I don't even know, a pitch. Do they play this on a rugby field, Brogan? Do you know?
I didn't even know where this is at. I mean, it's at Croke Park actually, and tickets as low as $800 according to Vivid Seats.
Oh,
so
for the low price of $800, you could watch a overall subpar.
Who the fuck would pay $800 to watch this game?
The fans that have been deprived of watching an NFL football game their entire life.
I mean, I guess.
In person. It's not like they can just go down to Chicago or any of the major cities around there.
I know, but
you go to like Munich or Frankfurt.
How many people can sit in that stadium, Brogan? What's the stadium called? I'm gonna pull up these stats while Sean tries to justify his answer.
Croke Park in Dublin. So it's looking like it's got a capacity of 83,200
Okay, what?
or
Pretty sure the
82,300.
pretty sure the Packers only
It's a
seat
soil
like
pitch.
73,000 or like even less than
Yeah,
that.
like 72, 76,
Right.
something like that. Anyway, I'll go over this quick. Neither team's going to have home field advantage. Rodgers has not looked good from the start of the season. I think this is probably his last ride. But I
81.
think the Steelers' defense is going to start to kind of build off what they did last week, forcing the Pats into 5 turnovers. I think that the Vikings are going to be a little bit better, but I think if you even cut that in half, they get about 2, maybe 3 turnovers from old Carson Wentz. Give me the Steelers plus the 2.5.
All right, I'm feeling wonderful because for the first two picks here, you guys are riding the same, and I'm the outlier. So I am glad
I'm
I'm
either
going to
going to
be
get
up
caught
two
up by
picks on
that.
you guys.
Sean's backing the right horse
We're
here,
either going to
buddy.
be
I'm
we're either
Secretariat.
going to be really tied, or I'm going to get way worse.
Next game on the Sunday morning, or this is now a noon game. After that wonderful game in Ireland, we got Chargers heading to play the New York Football Giants. Chargers are 6-point road favorites. How you feeling about this one, Nick?
I'm not a huge fan of this game. If I had to put money on it, I wouldn't.
Come on.
It's
Jackson Dart.
I'm going to bet on the Chargers here. I'm going to take the Chargers spread. I don't know what Dart can do. That's why I'm scared. That's why I'm scared because the Giants have a good amount of weapons on their offense, and if Jackson Dart goes out there fucking slinging the rock, then that 6 point spread isn't going to be, the Chargers aren't going to cover. So I'm scared. I want to put money on this, but since I have to pick somebody, I'm going to pick the Chargers just because they're a more proven football team, and I'm going to take the known over the unknown. So I'm going to take Chargers.
Sean, I won't hold you back from this one as our resident Giants lover here. Why don't you take this one?
So my notes for this was still with Russell Wilson, but I mean it stands true. Like, what are we even talking about here? -6 with the Giants at home. I said that I was not going to be betting the Giants or backing them against the spread until that Jackson Dart is starting. Now he is starting, but I still cannot take the Giants yet. Their time is coming. Spoiler. Could be. Probably is going to be next week. But that time is not yet. And I'm going Chargers. Harbaugh is going to be ready for a rookie quarterback.
So I don't know if this stat is correct, but what the living, breathing AI computer is telling me is that in recent history, rookie quarterbacks have a combined 17-35-1 record against the spread in their first NFL start. And
that sounds
for that
accurate.
reason, and that reason only, I will also be backing the Chargers.
House ride, baby.
Secretariat. Yep.
Say following Secretariat.
Yeah, didn't you call yourself Secretariat?
I did. And I meant it.
Oh, yeah.
I meant it.
Oh, I do want to say our house ride, I was looking at last week's and all the other weeks previous. We are a 14-8 ATS when we do a house ride.
Oh, that's
That's a fun stat.
that's a very fun stat. All right.
Fun stuff. That's what I do. Numbers guy.
Yeah.
We might have another house ride in this next game. Largest spread of the NFL season thus far. Not sure the last game in last year's season that had a spread this high because our research department dropped the ball on that one. But Buffalo, 16.5-point home favorites playing the Saints. Secretariat, what do you think?
Dog, I wasn't really paying attention when you guys were talking about this pre-pod. I think I'm gonna zag. I think this is gonna be like one of the only times I take the Saints this year.
You do not want to necessarily attach your
Dude, I don't
confidence to that team.
I that
I mean,
spread
you do what you want, but
that spread's just a lot. And Buffalo's a really, really good team. Don't get me wrong. They're going to win this game. But by 16 points, I don't know. I feel like that's a lot. I feel like Spencer Rattler is going to kind of keep them in the game somehow. And the
He
Saints are
didn't even
just
finish the game last week.
is he deceased this week?
Oh,
Well, no, they took him out because they were getting beat so bad, and then Slough came in.
Yeah, I don't
mm-hmm.
know. I'm just I don't know. I just feel the Saints on this one. I feel like they're gonna like somehow, some way, like keep the Bills from scoring a lot. It's gonna be like a 24 to like fucking like 10
Who is going to
game.
prevent them from
I
scoring?
don't know. I don't know. I just go with whatever's in my balls, bro. And my balls are saying
Yeah,
16 and a half is kind of a lot. It's just a lot.
No, it is a lot. It is a
it's
lot of points.
a crazy amount.
I mean, spread wise, the Bills are starting the game 3 scores down. But if there's any team that can handle being 3 scores down, it's Buffalo. I like I brought up earlier, back the Saints last week against the Seahawks when they got blown out by like 34 or 31, whatever it was. 31 is greater than 17 by 2 touchdowns. And this Bills team is a lot better than the Sea Chickens, in my opinion. At home, Buffalo might drop 50. And I don't think the Saints can score 33 or 34. So I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah, that's some good analysis. I the Bills did not cover the 12 and a half points last week, and they're getting more points, so that's my only pause for concern. But spread's a little too high for my liking, but god damn it if I am going to lose a point to Brogan on this one. Give me Buffalo. I absolutely refuse to tie my flag or tie my wagon or whatever with this fucking Saints team. Absolutely not. I might bet against them every single week.
This is my first week betting the Saints on the spread. BT Dubs.
They have fun, dude. I have them again,
Yeah.
worst record in the league.
Yeah, I've been fucking hard hedging them this entire time.
But yeah, I've been the only brave soul that has backed the Saints this year out of the of us, and we
Yeah,
saw how that went last week. So I can't do it again.
I need to learn
I
my
might if the
lesson.
spread gets in the 20s, but
I need to learn my lesson. I need the Saints to just like fucking shit on my hopes and dreams, and then maybe I won't back them ever again. But I don't know. That's just a large margin.
that's where I pick
Well,
up a game
moving
on
on to
Nick.
a closer game that's should be more competitive than that one. Hopefully, Eagles heading to Tampa Bay. Eagles are 3.5 point road favorites after that miraculous comeback win against the Rams. The Rams really pissed down their leg in the second half of that game, but the Eagles came back and found a way to win. So, half-point favorite on the road in Tampa Bay. What do you think about this one, Nick? Earth to
Oh,
Nick. Hello, Nick.
technical difficulties.
Sorry, my mic was muted.
Were you talking while you're muted?
Yep, my mic was muted. So thank you guys for pointing that out. The Eagles are going to win, but I'm going to take Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay likes to play teams like good teams close because they're a good team themselves, right? Like I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. I think he's going to be able to keep the Bucks around just enough to be able to cover the spread. Who knows? Maybe they might get some lucky bullshit going their way, some fucking EHEs or some shit, where somehow, some way, Saquon Barkley fumbles and Tampa Bay gets great field position out of it.
Unlikely.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I just feel like the Buccaneers are going to be able to cover this week.
Yeah, so one thing that's tough for me, I am as big of a Baker Mayfield fan out there as anybody. I do also enjoy the Bucks as a team. Loved their creamsicle or whiteout creamsicle uniforms last week, but they beat Atlanta, Houston, and the Jets, and they're all their wins are within 3 points. So that fits well for Nick's narrative of them playing teams close and covering and winning, obviously. But I mean, Philadelphia just looks different. I thought the Rams had that game in the bag in the second half last week, and Philly just basically said we're going to take that back with 2 blocked field goals, and just it was kind of a miracle watching that come back. So I'm going to have to ride the Eagles until the Eagles prove why I shouldn't ride them. I mean, they were down to like 2 seconds left in that game with a field goal attempt, and they weren't going to cover. They were going to lose. And not only do they block the kick, but Jordan Davis houses it to cover. How can you not ride that team the next week? So I will take the Eagles -3.5 on the road.
So Tampa Bay is going to be getting Tristan Wirfs back, I believe, this week. So they're going to be able to mix and match some, kind of move around some of those pieces from that O line. So hopefully they get some of that starter continuity back. But I had this at Eagles, or I was writing all this stuff down when it was Eagles -2.5, which I absolutely loved. I don't necessarily love that half-point hook off the 3. Typically, I would take that the team that's laying it. But I mean, this Eagles team, if we see what we saw in the second half of that Eagles Rams game and a lot less of that first half, I think the Eagles win this comfortably. So that's what I'm kind of banking on. Give me the Eagles -3.5.
Love that. Love that. Potentially fun game next. Cleveland Browns, after their big win against Green Bay, come from behind win. Joe Flacco's like 38th game-winning drive in his career. Stat that. Heading to Detroit to play the Lions. Lions are home 9.5-point favorites after dismantling Baltimore and Baltimore. Nick, how do you feel about this wonderful game of Browns-Lions?
So the Cleveland Browns shut down the Packers' throat because the Packers' offensive line kind of just imploded last week. I think they had like a PFF grade of like 15, which is just abysmal. That's kind of what the Packers did to the Lions week 1, where the Lions' offense couldn't get anything going because the Packers' D-line was just inside their colons the entire time. So there's a lot of hesitation for this game, for me at least. Purely because of those two little nice, just think about the O-line. If the Browns can replicate that, they can win a lot more games than what people think. But they ain't replicating that against the Lions. I think the Lions are just going to continue to just fucking shit roll teams until they play the Packers and then get beat by the Packers again. Pretty miserably, if I might add. So, I don't know. I'll have to take the Lions 9.5-point spread. Dan Campbell's just going to be a fucking madman out there just going in for it like a fucking moron. But it's going to work out. So, give me the Lions.
Yeah, I also love the Lions here. The Lions are the one team in the league that are not afraid to put up points every single drive. Seems like some other teams, the Packers, like to, just play with their food and not stop on their throats, where the Lions are out there for blood every single drive. The other thing here is the Browns. I know it's only week 4, so we only have 3 weeks of data so far, but the Browns have most points scored in a week is 17. So that means for the Detroit Lions to cover, they only have to put up 27 against the Browns. I mean, I know the Browns defense is solid, but the Detroit Lions just have so many weapons. I mean, they just ran all over Baltimore in Baltimore. So I'm going to take the Lions -9.5 as well here.
Would be a lot more concerned if this game was in Cleveland, but it's in Detroit, it's in the Dome, you're not facing any elements. And I think that the Packers faced this Detroit team at a very opportune time, with it being their first game with their new offensive coordinator. And it seems that they got their shit figured out with how many points in the last 2 games? Like 60
I think
something?
it's 90.
70 something?
Yeah, I mean, they put up 50, and then what they put up against the
Oh,
Put up
shit,
50
you're right.
against
Yeah.
38.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
90.
yeah. So, well, 90. Yeah, fuck. Even more. So, give me this Detroit team. Like, I don't love that we have to play them on Thanksgiving, but
I do.
we'll see. We'll pick that game when we have to.
All right, squad ride on the Lions -9.5. Maybe that's some revenge for all of us being Packers fans and watching the Browns come back against the Packers last week, but maybe not. Next game, big old battle down in Atlanta. The Washington Commanders, 1.5 favorite on the road, heading to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Still uncertain if Jaden Daniels will be back. I guess I haven't heard anything myself. I'm not sure if you boys know anything, if Daniels will be back or not. As of right now, a pretty tight spread here down in Atlanta of Commanders favored by 1.5 points.
Yeah, that's just fucking tough. I mean, if Jane Daniels plays, then Commanders every single time. Um, uh, is um
But
is Kirk Cousins the starter this week? Are they naming
Currently,
him the
Daniels
no,
is
those
starter?
will
day
be
to day. No clear timetable to return.
Who? Jane Daniels?
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is day to day with no clear timetable to return. This is as of Monday.
Fuck. I have the Commanders written down, but something in my balls tells me the Falcons are going to be able to do it. And the sheet lied to me last time about the Bears. So I'm going to go with my gut
Just
reaction.
pick
Say
NFC
Falcons,
North team.
and I will not elaborate anymore. I'm going Falcons.
Yeah, I won't elaborate much either. Give me the Commies. Commies are a good football team, as was proven last week, beating the shit out of the Raiders with the Duck at the helm. Atlanta looked dreadful in Carolina. I know that's a divisional game, but the only game Atlanta's looked good in really was Minnesota, but that's because JJ McCarthy is inept. So I like Washington. Love Washington if Daniels is playing, obviously, but even with the Duck back there, Marcus Mariota, I still like the Commanders here, -1.5 on the road.
Yeah, this is one where I love the Falcons +3. I just don't know on this one. I think it's more of a fade of Marcus Mariota. So give me the Falcons. I got Bijan on my fantasy team. Fuck it, why not?
Wonderful reasoning, Sean. I love it.
On a confidence scale of 1 to 10, I'd say this is like a -1, -2.
Yeah, I wouldn't put
Don't
money
love
on
it.
this game, but
No, I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole.
oh, I'm gonna put money on it. I lied. I'm definitely betting on it.
Big old game in Houston as well this weekend. AFC South showdown. Tennessee Titans 0-3 head into Houston Texans, who are also 0-3. Somebody's
Let's
got to get a win here,
go.
unfortunately.
Not
Texans favored
necessarily.
by,
Maybe it ties them.
Dude,
well,
let's pray
that's
for a
true.
tie.
Not necessarily.
And
Texans favored by a touchdown currently at the time of this recording. Go ahead, Nick.
and I'm praying for a tie. I'm going to go with Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to be. I think Tennessee has the better QB. The Tennessee has just. That's it. Everything else on the
What?
Titans sucks. Tennessee just has a better quarterback in Cam Ward. So I think Tennessee's going to be able to cover the spread at a touchdown. I think both teams are pretty fucking dog shit. If the Bears were in this division, it'd be probably the worst division ever. So, give me Tennessee.
Yeah, I am going to go the exact opposite of that. I will take Houston. Tennessee is an auto fade for me until they either. I don't know. I don't even know what could save the Titans at this point. Cam Ward doesn't look great, but he also doesn't have a good O line and any weapons to throw to by sides Alec Minor, whatever the fuck his name is.
You're wrong guy to ask.
Whatever. Give me the Texans -7. This game feels like a push at 7 points. I don't think the Texans blow out the Titans, but I mean, until proven otherwise, I'll take pretty much any team in the NFL against the Titans.
You're fading
With
Secretariat a lot this
touchdowns,
week,
so.
Brogan.
Yeah, I think Secretariat's gonna get fucking humbled. Deserves to be.
Oh,
So.
fuck.
I don't love having almost every pick identical to what Nick has. So, like, my only thing would be, are 7 points even going to be scored in this fucking game?
That's what I'm
Houston
betting on.
wins 3-0 or 6-0, Tennessee still covers. Like, Cam Ward could do some dumb shit. Like, again, Black Will Levis. Like, he's fucking either going to be really, really cool or it ain't going to be good. So give me Tennessee. I just say cringing.
Yeah, and talking about points being scored, this is the lowest total I think of the NFL season so far. It's at 38.5 currently.
Yeah.
Doesn't even break 40 points.
No.
So And the under is totally alive there as well. Don't just think because that number is low that you should hammer the over.
No, it's a
The
fucking
under is
preseason game
alive.
total. It's terrible.
Talking about preseason games, another one in New England this weekend. We got the Panthers hot off the dominating win over the Falcons. They are on the road up in New England. The Patriots 5.5 point home favorites. Nick, what do thy balls say?
This is another one that might be fading what I already had written down. I had initially the Panthers written down, and Bryce Young just didn't play that well to blow out a team like that. While Drake May played pretty fucking, solid against the Steelers, who are going to be a playoff team, right? Because you should have bet on their over on win total this season.
But that was an autoplay.
Yeah. I don't know. 5.5. The Panthers are kind of I don't know. I'm gonna take a rain check on this one. I'm gonna pass this off to Brogan, and I need to. I don't know. I need to do some.
Do that,
dude. Fuck you guys. All right. I'm gonna pass it off. Dude, I need some self-reflection. Dude, this one's so hard. This one's the hardest one.
I
thought you were the dude that just went by the seat of his balls, whatever they was saying.
Yeah, mute your mic, Mister. I'm 12-4.
All right. Fuck you guys.
I am so good.
Dude, I'm literally Secretariat.
Because I am so good.
Give me the Panthers. Give me the fucking Panthers. I'm not going against my sheet. Give me the Panthers. Fuck you guys. Lick my balls. 12-4, baby. Number 1 in the season.
All right, listeners at home. This guy just said he never goes against the sheet when literally 3 picks ago he said, I am going against my sheet and following my balls here.
It's called backtracking, baby.
Secretariat, Nick, all over the map. The fact that this guy is leading the spread right now is honestly
he's due for a collapse, and it's going to happen week 5 because not when I have so many picks with him.
Right. I mean, it really just puts Sean and I in a bad light that this guy can just spew whatever bullshit he wants and is still kicking our ass.
And kicking Vegas's ass too, baby.
Long season. Already week 4 though.
This is a tough one because I do feel like the Panthers are starting to become a better team as they proved last week. Obviously, the Falcons did not play well, but the Panthers still handled business and shut out the Falcons and put up 30 points. So that's tough to do in the NFL, especially in a divisional game. Patriots did look good against the Steelers. I will give them that. I just don't know if I fully believe in Drake May yet. I mean, he's decent. He's not Cam Ward levels bad. Give me the Patriots. Talk myself into it. I was going to go Panthers, but I'll take the Patriots. Bueller? Anybody?
Yeah. Patriots are just a team void of any real talent. So give me the Panthers. That's about all I got.
Sean, I'm glad that you've learned to back the champion here, buddy. All right. Good boy.
That's the thing. I have all these picks already predetermined. It's just a matter. I don't love that I go last every fucking week because I started myself in a fucking hole of 2 games, and now I'm being punished for it.
Next game on the docket, one of the afternoon games at 3:00. Pretty exciting one with how good the Colts have been so far this year. Colts head into LA to take on the Rams. The Rams obviously had the devastating loss to the Eagles. Rams are favored by 3.5 points currently at home. Sean, do you want to go first for this one since our leader has no balls? And
whoa. I went Panthers last time, buddy. All right. You know what, Sean? Yeah, you can take this one.
All right, sure.
Just so you don't go last anymore.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
This will be the first time you'll go first.
I've been sweating for the last hour because I've been in a trench coat jagging off from my win from last week. Took the bus for that effect. It was a wonderful feeling. Didn't get arrested. But the 49ers have been winning ugly the last. Are they 2-1 or 3-0?
Hey,
Oh, you're on the
Sean,
wrong game,
you're
brother.
on the wrong game, Buster. All right.
Oh shit! Oh no, fuck it. I'm doing the Niners. Yeah, I'm doing the Niners. I'm going fucking rogue. Give me the fucking Jags on that one. Bosa got hurt. What happens when I'm a couple Miller Lights deep? Not really paying attention.
Okay, I'm also gonna go Jags. I think I've bet on them almost every week, and they haven't let me down. They might let me down this week. Trevor Lawrence kind of throws hospital balls and stares down receivers, so I'm not too impressed with him at the moment. I've always been kind of a Trevor Lawrence truther, but now I'm kind of like we're doing backtracking a little bit more here today. But I'm gonna jag off Sean. Sean and I can do like a circle jag off or something. I don't know. But
Yeah,
give me the
it'll be a good
Jags.
time. Bring the candles.
Yeah. See, I would be inclined to take the Jags as well, but I do believe Mac Jones got banged up at the end of that game, and I think Brock Purdy will be back. I believe. Um, and if
That's.
if
I think he's still questionable.
if Purdy's back, I like it. Am I making that up about Mac Jones being banged up?
No, no, you're right. He was hurt. He like was falling over giving handoffs. It was a
Yeah.
tough scene to watch.
So I don't
Um,
know.
yeah.
Purdy obviously I think was anyways. I'm gonna keep zagging here. This is either gonna be a legendary week for me or a terrible
Oh,
one
I
spread
I hope
wise,
I have a
but
comfortable lead going into week 5.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
I like the Niners at home here. I mean, that's a cross country trip for the Jags that I feel like is not being taken into account. And also just looking like the Jags barely beat Houston at home. Couldn't beat the Bengals when Joe Burrow was out for over half the game. And then I mean beat Carolina week 1. So I mean like the Jags
We
haven't
could
shown me
also talk
anything
about
this
the
year.
catastrophic amount of drops that had just could have beat who was it? They could have beat the Bengals, I believe, because it
Did they?
hit one of their guys in the fucking hands in the end zone. It
Dude,
was
Did they?
terrible. I'm not even
that's
a
the
Jags
story.
fan.
That's the story of Trevor Lawrence's career. So many fucking drops for
I
him.
don't
Like
I don't understand what he's putting on the ball.
dude, he needs to start giving his receivers some
Is it
stickum. Like I don't know
is
what the
it too
fuck's
much of
happening.
a spiral? Is he throwing too much rotations per? Is that the issue? He just can't handle it.
I don't know. All I know is the Niners are gonna handle the Jags this week.
Yeah,
So
we'll
let's
see
go
about
back to
that.
the other game in California, the one that I teed up for you, and then was a swing and a miss. Colts heading to LA. LA is 3.5 point favorites at home.
Uh,
Nick, since Sean couldn't handle the heat, why don't you take this one again?
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
I didn't
You're
think
gonna
the
see better
Ram.
Monday night games.
Uh, I kind of came into the season calling the Rams bad and going to say that they're going to regress. They're not. They're a good team, and I'm going to treat them like a good team. I know the Colts are doing very well, but I think the Rams are built to be contenders nowadays. I know they kind of imploded in the second half against the Eagles, but the Colts aren't the Eagles. Unfortunately, as much as Colts fans want them to be the Eagles, they're not. So I don't know. This one's kind of tough, but give me the Rams 3.5. I think they're gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, I like this as a bounce back for the Rams as well. Obviously, had that game in hand against the Eagles last week and dropped the ball. I still don't really fully believe in the Colts. They beat up on the Dolphins. They beat up on the Titans. They barely beat Denver. I mean, that Denver win is obviously is a decent win for them, but I think their wins over the Titans and Dolphins are getting blown out of proportion. Colts are a good team. I think the Rams are a better team. I'll take the Rams -3.5 at home.
Rogan, you took the words right out of my mouth for the bounce back game. If this was at Indianapolis, I'd probably give it to Indy, but give me the Rams on this one.
Nice and easy. All right, so
Mhm.
a squad ride on the Rams this week as well. Next game, Bears, after their big win at home, week 3 against the Cowboys, are heading out to Vegas to play the Raiders.
Our
Bears
Raiders.
are, yeah, Bears are 1.5 point road favorites. How you feeling, Nick, on this one?
Uh, Tough. But I think give me the Raiders. I think Genty's gonna have a solid game against the Bears. I don't know why. It's in my balls. It's just in my balls. My left testicle specifically. It's saying Genty's going to have like a 90, just 90 plus yard game against the Bears. I don't know why. And the Raiders are going to be able to pull it out. And crying Caleb Williams is just going to be on the sideline painting his fingernails, fucking black and silver, baby. So give me the Raiders.
If there's one thing Chicago can do, it's put up a decent fight on offense. Bears kind of had a shit draw, having to play 2 divisional games right away against Minnesota and then against Detroit. I like the Bears. I mean, recency bias. Obviously, they look good at home. Raiders did not look good last week, playing Marcus Mariota, the backup quarterback for the Commanders, and getting kind of destroyed at home. I like the Bears, or I guess the Raiders are on the road, but I like them to also get destroyed at home this week by Caleb Williams. Give me the nail painting. Give me everything with the Bears. Give me the Bears.
I absolutely hate that Nick and I only are separated by 2 games at the moment, and it's gonna stay that way for at least this game. I think that the Raiders win this game outright. I think that they definitely cover. Um, the Bears are gonna riding high off of beating the shit out of a terrible Dallas Cowboy team. I think Jeanty's going to keep it going, like start getting ramped up a little bit. He kind of publicly called out the Raiders play callers last week. Not Brock. Brock Bowers is going to be just another week healthier post that whatever knee scare that he had a couple weeks ago. I think that the Raiders get it done here.
All right, moving on to what probably is the game of the week for week 4. Baltimore, after that loss at home against the Lions on Monday Night Football. Short week to gear up and head to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. The Ravens are 3-point favorites, even though they're on the road going to Arrowhead. One of these teams will be starting off the season 1-3 because they're both 1-2 heading into this matchup.
That's crazy.
Really big game for both teams. Right. How you feel about this one, Nick?
The only reason why the Chiefs are even in contention nowadays is their defense is just good. Their offense has regressed every year, and I think I've hammered on this a million times that their offense just isn't what it used to be. So I think the Ravens' offense, they're just all around a more complete team than the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are handicapped at wide receiver. They have a geriatric tight end that wants to be an actor. And the running backs are Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco, which Pacheco's a good running back, and Hunt used to be good. I mean, how old is Hunt nowadays? Is he? How fucking old is Kareem Hunt?
Like,
I think he's like 29,
see.
isn't he?
I don't think he broke 30 yet. Let's see here. He is. Never mind. 30. Just
30. Okay, yeah.
August 6th.
I don't know. Ravens -3. I feel pretty comfortable with that. I feel like the Ravens, obviously the Ravens wanted to beat the fucking Lions, but I think they kind of have the Chiefs. Basically, every like top contending AFC team kind of has the Chiefs circled on their calendar, And it's like we need to beat these guys, especially like a top tier quarterback like Lamar Jackson. He wants to just put a staple on this game and say, I'm better than Patrick Mahomes. Look at me. And I think he's going to be able to do that, and the Ravens are going to be able to cover.
All right, Sean, why don't you take this one?
All right. So since the 19, because you talked about teams starting 1-3, since 1990, about 15% of NFL teams that start the season 1-3 have gone on to make the playoffs. So not a high probability. So this is pretty much a do or die for both of these teams. I think that the Ravens are going to be hyper focused this week after coming off of a loss. Granted, it's a short week with Monday Night Football with the Lions, but I think that they're going to be executing on all cylinders. I really don't fear that Chiefs passing attack. Worthy will probably be back. I think it's like, not Tyreek. I forget whoever this 80 dude is. He's a stud. He's really good. But I don't think that the Chiefs get it done. Give me the Ravens here.
Yeah, this is kind of scary that we're gonna have a squad ride on the Ravens here, because I do think this will be a good game, but I also believe in a lot of what you guys are saying, and one of the biggest things I believe in too is, like, has a team been tested? Obviously, early in the year here, it's tough for a team to be like fully tested. The Ravens have had 2 heartbreaking losses. I mean, that Lions game maybe wasn't heartbreaking, but losing to the Lions, losing to Buffalo week 1. You saw what they did to the Browns week 2 after that Buffalo loss. I don't think we see that same domination against the Chiefs, obviously, because the Chiefs are a better team. But I do think this is a big bounce back game for Baltimore. If Baltimore loses this week too, starting off 1-3, I mean, that could just like tank their season, which I don't think is going to happen. I think there's going to be a lot more focus with that team being tested and knowing that they really need this win. And I trust the playmakers for Baltimore more than I do in Kansas City. So we're going to have a squad ride here on Baltimore -3 in Arrowhead,
Even
which
big
is
picture.
kind of scary.
Yeah, I don't love that it's an Arrowhead. Even big picture, thinking about the playoff standings. If I think realistically that both these teams are still going to make it into the playoffs now, with it expanding to 7 teams for that extra wild card spot. But with Baltimore, if they lose this game, I mean, currently with that loss against Detroit and the head-to-head loss against Buffalo, they're essentially 3 games out of that home field advantage. So that's massive. They got to win this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talk about needing a win. Green Bay, after just blowing that game against the Browns, head into Jerry World, Micah Parsons revenge game here in week 4. Micah not going to get a celebratory welcome back, according to Jerry Jones. No video package for Micah. So Packers are going to be
that even more.
7-point favorites on the road in Jerry World against the Cowboys. Nick, I know where you're going. Why don't you tell the listeners?
Yeah. If the Cowboys can make Caleb Williams be tied in touchdown passes with Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love is going to get back on his MVP train after this game, and he's going to throw for like 3 tuds or some bullshit. The Packers are going to go in there. I'm sure you guys are going to already hammer the Micah Parsons fucking revenge game, so I'm not even going to really touch on that. Give me Green Bay by 1 million. You could up that spread to 9.5. I think the Packers are going to come out here. They're a better coached team than the Cowboys. I think one thing that we see a lot with Matt LaFleur is his scripting for games is really, really good, which is why we see the Packers come out the gates usually pretty hot. But then adjustments at halftime is usually where he struggles on making adjustments. And I don't think we're going to have to make too many going up against the Cowboys. Because the Cowboys, I just don't believe in their coaching. They're not that good. And they've just been showing it week after week that their secondary is fucking a liability to the entire league. I feel terrible for watching them even try and play football. So give me the give me the Packers. Give me the Packers by 1 million. Yeah. Packers.
All right.
Nick, I
Well,
wasn't laughing at
Secretariat.
you. I was just laughing at what Brogan put on the Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, I was tabbed out. Wait, what the fuck did he put?
I
You
have a
can check
squad
that out.
ride
Old
for Green. I mean, what else to say? I'm taking Green Bay. I brought it up with other teams about revenge week. Green Bay threw that game against the Browns. Like the Browns did not win that. I said the stat earlier, hoping to get a reaction out of you guys, but there was the stat of I think it was Joe Flacco's 38th like game-winning drive. But
Yeah, I mean,
how
the
can you
fucker's good.
15
What else do you want
yards.
us to say?
15 yards
right?
down the field. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Right.
one pass completion. It's drive. Drive.
The Packers haven't given up 20 points yet this year, and I don't see it happening this week either. I see the offense coming out firing after putting up an abysmal. I mean, the offense lost this game last week. Can't say anything different. The defense played good enough, played great. I mean, all the points scored were basically because of the offense fuck ups. So give me Green Bay by 13.5. I mean, this thing's. I feel like this is going to get ugly, and it's going to be
I
loud
hope so.
because Micah Parsons is going to get at least 2.5 sacks, and probably might even chokeslam Jerry at some point. So
Yeah, and we kind of own Lambeau South,
I,
so
yeah, I mean that's a great point that Nick said. We've never gotten beat at AT&T Stadium as a Packers doubt anytime. The Packers never taken a loss there. So yeah, I mean Brogan already put this in way before I said it. He knew it telepathically. But Packers going to win this by at least 7. It was a couple weeks ago on Thursday Night Football. I don't know if anyone that's listening caught that interview they were talking about when the Packer fans were chanting "Thank you, Jerry" while Parsons was giving his post-game interview and everything at the table, and he's talking. He's like, "Yeah, we can say it's any other week, but goddamn, I cannot wait to play these guys." He is going to come out absolutely on another plane. He is going to annihilate that already hurt Cowboys offensive line. I don't even think we talked about CeeDee Lamb being out.
nah, we
Like
don't even need
I
to.
don't know where these points are going to be coming from. George Pickens might get kicked out before halftime. Like they may put up 3 to 10 points. Packers putting up 28, 35, 42. Fucking climb that totals ladder. Let's get it. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's watch the Cowboys get
Packers
embarrassed on.
got 100.
Yeah, it's gonna whatever Micah Parsons like sack total is for this game. Take the over. Whatever it is, just take the over.
all right. Well, that wraps up all of the Week 4 games. Just kidding. Obviously, it does.
Oh!
There's 2 games on Monday, but both of those games fucking suck. The fact that we can't flex like any of these, the fact that there's 2 of them and they're both fucking garbage. Let's start with the first one. Fucking 6:15 o'clock Monday night Central Time. New York Jets heading down to
God, it's not
Miami.
late this time.
Miami 3-point home favorites. Get fucking excited. Waiting all day for Monday night. Nobody's actually waiting all day for Monday night. Nick, in this garbage bowl, who are you taking?
Dolphins will not elaborate. On to you, Brogan.
Yeah, I like the Jets. I don't know why. Mike McDaniel, dude, I used to love him. He's just pissing me off this year. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm going to take the Jets. I don't really have a whole lot of reasoning. My reasoning is I like the way Tyrod looked. I don't know if Justin Fields is coming back. I know he's in concussion protocol. I hope he doesn't come back because I think the Jets are a better football team with Tyrod. But I'll take the Jets anyways.
My only notes here when I had at a 2.5 spread is can't believe I'm taking the Fins again. Give me the Dolphins.
All right.
Panel dejected.
Get away from that game quickly. Moving on to the other Monday night game. The Bengals, Jake Browning leading that squad after that abysmal showing up in Minneapolis. Heading out to Denver this week to take on the Broncos. The Broncos are 7.5-point home favorites. What do you got for the last game of the week, Nick.
Unlike Sean, I'm not a Jake Browning truther. Bo Nix is kind of looking a little bit shaky. He's doing a lot of like off-platform throws, is what I'm noticing. And I think Sean Payton's going to catch on to that sooner than later and really get him to set his feet to be more accurate. 7.5 is kind of tough, but after watching the Bengals last week, it's like 7.5 points. Like you fucking wish. So give me the Broncos. They're a playoff team. The Bengals just aren't.
Sean, you want to go ahead here?
Sure. I mean, Broncos defense at home against Jake Browning. It took an extra week, but I'm off the Browning train for now. Give me Denver.
The exasperation in that fucking sigh.
I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, I've been looking for a reason to go with Cincinnati here, and I just can't. The thing that scares me here is the hook, but I don't know if the Bengals will be able to put up more than 14 points. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll take Denver as well. We'll have a squad ride in Denver. God, those Monday night games are garbage.
Yeah, no, they ain't great. I don't think I'm going to waste too much time on them.
All right, well, that does officially wrap up our Week 4 spreads. Can't wait to recap this next week. There will be some movement for sure, because I kind of went rogue this week. Sean and Nick were very similar in their spread picks, so either I will be celebrating or I'll be crying in a corner. So come back for Week 5 next week to find out how that turned out. Let's move on to everybody's favorite segment. The bets that we never hit, called heaters. So yeah, heaters are where we try to pick either parlays or picks that are kind of outlandish. And we're not telling you to necessarily back them. We just want to highlight them because we believe in them. So far, no one has hit a heater yet. We're looking for somebody to step up to the plate and do that. I will start us off here. I have a heater that is going to be multi-week of heat. It's the Padres to win the NL pennant.
I don't like that.
The reason I like this is if the playoffs started today, the Padres would have to play the Cubs in the wild card round and then play Milwaukee. Nobody's scared of the Cubs this year. The Cubs fucking suck. I am a rational Brewers fan. We're getting by the Padres right now in a series. I know we already clinched, and you might say that it doesn't matter, but this is a potential playoff matchup.
We're getting spanked by them right now, 6-0.
I like the Padres to win the NL pennant. Assume they'd play the Dodgers in the... Well, I mean, the Phillies could also beat them in the NLCS, but Dodgers or Phillies, I don't know. This might be the Padres' year to get in the World Series. That's plus 650 as of tonight. I think that value is only going to decrease over time. At least I can see them easily get into the NLCS. Whether they win it or not, that's maybe a question, but I can see them making the NLCS, so I feel like plus 650 is pretty good value for that at the moment. So we'll have to come back at middle of October, hopefully, and cash that one. You guys have any heaters?
This is just like gonna be a 4-legger. Okay, this is gonna be short, sweet, and simple. We're gonna make this a little touchdown 4-legger. I'm trying to punch in all the numbers and whatnot real quick before I. Oh, of course I can't do them. Okay, so we're just gonna have to guesstimate here. Okay, do a little guesstimation. I am going to guess. All right, this is my parlay for the week. We're going to do Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown scorer, okay? I feel like the Ravens-Chiefs game, balls are going to be flying, right? This is going to be Riley Reid on a fucking Saturday night. Balls are going to be flying, and Travis Kelce's going to catch one of them, okay? So, Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown scorer. We are going to take Amon-Ra, St. Brown, anytime touchdown scorer. What would you guesstimate that would be at, Brogan? I would say like 145, 150, 160.
Yeah, like 130.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
So
sure.
about that range. Okay. Then we're gonna take a Bucky Irving anytime touchdown scorer, which I'm assuming that's gonna be like what, minus 130, 140. Right? It's against the Eagles, so it's gonna be something like that. Right? Am I crazy?
Around
Sure.
there, probably.
Sure. And then Michael Pittman, anytime touchdown scorer against the Rams, which I can actually do that one. And we're going to say, so altogether, if we guesstimate that right now, that's going to be about a 25 to 3,000 plus 3,000 like parlay, depending on what lines you get, how the week goes. Yeah. And if our guesstimations are right, plus 3,000. I think that are all pretty doable. All those games are going to be kind of high-ish scoring games, minus the Browns game. But we're betting on St. Brown, so hot. So give me that for my parlay of the week, or my hot take of the week.
Heater. Yep, heater. Sean, you got some heaters for us?
Yeah, I got one heater. So this is a 3-team moneyline parlay, all dogs, and it pays plus 24.34. Last time I checked at about 12:30 this morning. So the first leg, probably the hardest leg, is going to be Tennessee Titans to get their first win of the year against Houston.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yep. And after that, it gets remarkably easier. You got Panthers to beat a really shitty Patriots team, and then Aaron Rodgers to get a win against the Vikings in Ireland. That's all it takes. 3 things got to happen. Plus 24.34 is in your pocket.
If you want to donate that money, you can just send it my way. You don't have to actually place that.
Oh, speaking about long bets here, I forgot to mention Jordan Love MVP. Stephen A. or Drew Brees said Jordan Love was playing really great. So even after the Browns game.
Did he watch the same game that we all watched?
It was the offensive line was the majority of the issue. And yes, Jordan Love did have that really bad interception. I understand that.
Yeah,
but the offensive line
he
had
was
a
the one
fucking
that was taking the sack.
They had a historically bad week. They had a historically bad week last week. I don't think that continues. Jordan Love MVP, baby.
Right. So when he rolled out to the right and was looking, had multiple seconds of protection, and then just took a sack on third and whatever, that was the O-line's problem?
Sometimes people are just covered, man. Sometimes people are just covered.
Yeah, you gotta throw it away. You can't take a sack or act like you're gonna throw it and take a sack. Get that fucking ball out of your hands, dude.
Yeah, I
Live
mean,
to fight another day.
mistakes are made, baby.
I don't love his decision making. He threw it right at the defender again.
Yeah, I know.
He keeps getting away with it.
Are you questioning Drew Brees right now? Are you saying that you know more ball than Drew Brees?
Yes.
Oh, so you know more ball than
Yeah.
Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. That's all I'll say.
I'll talk to that Bible thumper on my own time.
Also, Aaron Rodgers is above Drew Brees all time.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh no, Brogan disagrees.
I do. I mean, not in passing touchdowns.
But like in GOAT status, you know?
Well, no, because what's the point of a quarterback to throw touchdowns? So, Tom Brady, number 1.
You're putting Drew Brees at number 2?
I mean,
All time?
if it quacks like a duck,
Crazy.
right?
That is.
That's
I didn't know
wild.
that.
I did not know that. I didn't think.
I mean,
What?
That's wild. We're gonna have to delete this episode. I think we're gonna have to delete this episode after that.
Well, no, I think we're just gonna make an extra episode and give us the.
I mean,
give
you
our
guys are
all-time
putting words in
top
my
10
mouth.
quarterback
I'm just
rankings.
saying there has to be some respect put on somebody's name that has the second overall passing touchdowns when his position is to throw passing touchdowns.
I'm sure you got a lot of MVPs for that, didn't he?
We don't know. Let's get to the fucking locks.
All right, Sean's had enough. All right, let us get to said locks. Just a reminder for everybody at home: one of us is 12-5-1 in the locks, and one of us is not even positive on locks. So I
Me.
just wanted
Two
to
of us
throw that
aren't
out there.
even positive.
Sorry, yep. Recall, two of us.
Hitting 500 there. You watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah,
Hey, that's
right.
not positive.
Sean is
That's not positive.
right. Sean is 500, but he's not positive. Good check. It's a good check. My first lock of the week is maybe kind of an outlier, a sport that hasn't been talked about on this podcast yet, but it's Ryder Cup week, baby. It's
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
excited. It's being played
With
up in
American
New
football
York.
in Ireland?
Right. There's a lot of shit going on this weekend. Ryder Cup in New York. USA is the home favorites, but that Europe squad is fucking tough. I am taking Europe to win the Ryder Cup outright, plus 170. I would love a great American story. Keegan Bradley leading the squad and getting us back to victory after we lost it a couple years ago. But that Europe squad is stacked. We have Scotty Scheffler, Bryson DeChambeau. After that, U.S. side falls off pretty quickly. So, anyways, yeah, give me Europe to win the Ryder Cup at plus 170.
Couldn't have even told you we lost the Ryder Cup last year.
Well, guess what? If you want to win a plus 170 bet, you can take Europe to win it this year. You don't even need to know. You just take it. My second lock of the week. My second lock of the week is, I believe, even money right now. Green Bay first half minus 4.5. As Nick brought up, the Packers do seem to start fast, and then if we are going to collapse, we like to collapse in the third or fourth quarters. I see the Green Bay's Packers starting fast, and I also see them continuing to be dominating and suffocating on defense. So I love the Green Bay first half minus 4.5. If I could all spread that up to 6.5, I would take it, because I mean 4.5, 6.5 isn't a lot different in football, but all I can get is 4.5. So I'll take that. I think it's even money right now. So
I like that
give
one.
me that.
I genuinely like that one.
Thank you, sir. Another one of my locks is, I mean, this one is honestly kind of scary, but you know, gotta ride it. I am going to take. Well, actually, I'll save that one. I'll go to one that I'm more confident in. I'll take the Eagles minus 3.5. So Eagles spread will be one of my locks this week. Like I said, the Buccaneers, although they are a fun team to watch, they haven't been too impressive. And I think Philly's one of those teams that's just on a different level compared to a lot of teams in the NFL right now. And if they can play how they played in the second half against the Rams, they should be able to handle the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are kind of bit by the injury bug. No Mike Evans. I know Ibuka's been really good, but I don't know if I can fully trust him to be the main target here in just the fourth game of his NFL career. My scary lock that I don't want to say, but I just gotta get it out into the world is San Francisco minus 3.
Ew.
I know you guys are jagging off over there. I like the Niners. I really like Brock Purdy if he's healthy. So I will lock the Niners minus 3. And then my final lock of the week, this might also be kind of a shocker, but give me the Bears minus 1.5, which is even money right now. I just don't believe in Pete Carroll and the Raiders. And Caleb Williams is starting to look like he can at least be a serviceable NFL quarterback. So I will take the Bears on the road minus 1.5 as my final lock of the week.
Sean. Yeah, Sean, you
All
got
right,
this.
How
I'll
you feel
go
about
on
that?
this. Yep,
Yep.
I'll start this one, Nick.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
the
yeah.
couple game edge on you. First one, I got burned last week by the fucking Cardinals with covering that bullshit point. So we're gonna make that nice and easy. Give me Seahawks and money line. It's nothing crazy. It's like it's minus 120, minus 130 last time I checked. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I think that the Seahawks win that game, keep that streak going. Next one, it's a no-brainer. Give me the Steelers plus 2.5 in Dublin. Rodgers gets that win against that Vikings, possibly last time of his career. Next one, pains me to say it, pains me, but give me the Chargers minus 6.
Hey,
Like I
yo.
said, Giants just ain't ready this week. Jackson Dart gets he clears a couple hurdles, but ultimately, Chargers just too powerful for him. But next week, we locking up the Giants next week. Stay tuned. Um, then we'll throw in a prop here. Give me Kyler Murray over 28.5 rushing yards. He's got it done in his last 3 games, and I think he's going to have to make plays with his legs, especially if the Cardinals are down. A lot of scripts that you can make for the Seahawks case that the Cardinals are going to have to play down, and I think that's just going to happen. Um, let's see here. What else we got for a lock? Oh, Eagles minus 3.5. I think the Eagles go birds there, baby. That's just all I got. It's my commentary for that game. Talked about it earlier. Um, yeah,
That's good.
what we got.
There you go.
We're rocking with.
Love it.
Um,
All right, Nick.
yeah, I'm 8-10 on the year. I don't know if that was said. Um, I'm taking Neighbors reception over. I think Dart's gonna look to a
Yeah, you
familiar
are.
face all game, and he's just gonna throw it to Neighbors a lot. So I'm gonna take his reception
Why is
total
he?
over.
Why is Neighbors such a familiar face for the listeners at home?
Just going through practice and whatnot, and like he's the number one
Oh,
wide receiver, so a lot of people are gonna, like rookie quarterbacks gonna be looking at their number one
I
a
don't,
lot, right? Like they're
I
gonna be
don't think
going
that
to
he's
their,
necessarily been taking reps together, though.
yeah, they're going to be taking reps in practice, and they probably have over the off season. Obviously, not all the reps, but who was Jackson Dart taking the most reps with? Fucking practice squatters, right? And Neighbors is the number one, so he's going to be schemed open the most. He's the most talented. So I really believe in the Neighbors over
yep.
receptions, not yards, receptions.
Okay.
Next
Fair
one,
enough.
Genty anytime. Bears are a poverty franchise. They will continue to be a poverty franchise as long as Crying Caleb's still there. He can go paint his nails. Once again, black and silver as Genty just fucking runs a sack all over Caleb Williams' face. Packers spread. Talked about it. Not going to really rehash it anymore. I'm going to say this one's going to be kind of silly. You guys might hate me for this one. The Saints and Bills game, we're going to take the under on the point total. I just feel like the Saints aren't going to be putting up points, and I feel like the Bills
Yeah,
are.
the Bills might make that all by themselves.
I don't know if the
Right.
Bills are going to, like. I don't know if they're going to put up all the points in the world. I just don't. I
Fair.
don't know.
We'll
There's just
see.
something about it.
All right, all right.
And then I want the
Works.
Seahawks Cardinals over 43.5.
Two total plays.
Yeah, I know. Usually I don't,
Okay.
but this past week I did some betting on my own and hit all the point totals. So I'm gonna keep with that trend,
Ooh.
and I'm going to try and be solid or jolly Saint Nicholas out here and spread the wealth to the listeners.
That's so nice of you.
I know, kind of a nice guy. Buy our sweatshirts.
All right, one last thing before we get out of here. Parlay of the week. So this is where we're each going to throw one more lock in and hopefully hit the parlay of the week for you. The last, week one we were off by one pick. Week two, 2 picks were off, and then last week we were 1 pick off again. So as always with the parlays, we are right there, minus one leg. If you can, your DraftKings Ghost leg, if that promo's still going on. You could win some of these potentially. Do you guys want me to go first? Do you want me to go last? How
You
do
haven't got
we
one
win?
wrong yet, baby. You got to go first. You haven't got one wrong.
Keep it going.
Yeah?
Well, maybe I should just, not. Can I just sit here silently and let you guys pick first?
All right. Mbuka anytime.
Fuck you. I was just
Nope.
I was trying to be you with the spreads.
Nope, Mbuka
Um,
anytime.
Nope, shut up. Shut up. I'm going Baltimore money line against the Chiefs. Baltimore will get it done. All right. You wanted Abuka
Yeah.
anytime?
Yeah, hit me with it. It's going to be a high-ish scoring game, and he's the number one now. I don't know what the odds are for it, but he's probably plus money, and I think that's pretty safe plus money.
All right, Scene.
Last
the
one.
pick.
It's going to be Josh Jacobs over rushing attempts. It's
Ooh.
been around 17 and a half, 18 and a half. It's hit for me one week. It didn't hit for me the other week. But I think if we were able to confidently call a play over a pass on some third and short situations, might have changed the outcome of the game. Yeah. I'd say that's going to be probably around 18 or 19.
That seems pretty safe. I mean,
So,
nothing outlandish here.
are you saying if it's at 18 or 19, or like if it's like 17 and a half to take the over then?
Oh, I think we're going to beat the fuck out of the Cowboys, and he's going to be running aggressively.
So at what point are you
That's
saying
what
for
my-
not to take the rushing total? What do you think the line is going to be at? Like, you're saying 18 or 19?
Realistically, I think the line's going to be around 17 and a half, 18 and a half. I'd take it all the way up to 19.
You take it all? Okay. 19 and a half or...
19 and a half. I think he's getting 25 plus carries this game. I think we're going to be well in command. And banged up Kenny Clark, the only thing that's going to be able to stop him. Yeah, we're going to be fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, because we're recording this early in the week, we don't have a lot of anytime touchdown or props available on the books right now. So, just guesstimating what this parlay will end up at. I'm guessing it's going to be about 6-1. Nothing revolutionary, but I mean, anytime you can get 6-1 on your money, it's a nice little addition to the bankroll. So,
Almost like me
guessing
and craps,
6-1.
baby.
We'll have a actual number for you when we come back next week when that thing hits. Any last words for the listeners before we're done this week?
Feels like week 4 is already in the books. It's sad.
Yeah, I mean, just look at my spreads, make some money, and laugh at Brogan next week on the pod.
Yeah, I hope we bury Brogan.
Dude, Brogan's
Wouldn't it be
not going to be able
wild
to
if
show
I
his
pass
face.
Nick next week? I'm gonna pass Nick and be the clubhouse leader in spreads next week.
Wait, if we go
Can't
perfect,
wait.
if we go perfectly opposite, is that what happens? Do you pass me in the fucking spread total?
I mean, well, I'm only down 5 picks right now, and we definitely have more than 5 picks different. So, I mean, if I have a good week here, I think I could easily pass you. So,
Oh,
look forward
fuck.
to that. And
Yeah, no,
Nick's
you're, like,
scared. I will
way
be
high.
leading the clubhouse lead in spreads. Goodbye.